Hello everyone and welcome to another installment of r/Entitled Parents. This story is called Entitled Mom Yelled at Me for Crying in ER because her daughter is trying to sleep. In December, I got serotonin syndrome after being overprescribed antidepressants. It involves convulsions, a 107-degree fever, an altered mental status, seizures, and a host of other nasty symptoms. I was rushed to the ER at my university. Age 14, still goes to the pediatric wing in NJ, New Jersey. My dad was in surgery for hernia, and my brother and I had a falling out because we both thought I accidentally took too much of the medicine. I didn't. The nurses counted them. My parents didn't know I was in the ER because I couldn't grab their numbers or grab anything because of the muscle tremors. I knew something was wrong, and the doctors weren't diagnosing or prescribing me anything besides a fever producer and an ice bath. When that didn't work, what? I read that, how it's written, when that didn't. Okay, whatever. But obviously I was crying. I was upset. My mental status was altered. I was essentially high on antidepressants. But the girl in the curtain next to me was trying to sleep while waiting to be transferred to an inpatient. Transferred to an inpatient. I don't know how to pronounce these things. She didn't say anything, but her mother just kept snapping and making snide comments at me to be quiet and rude to other parents. The nurse keeps. It says keep. Why? Okay, whatever. I'm not judging your writing. It's hard to read. The nurse keeps giving her warnings, and since the ER is crowded, they can't move her. Eventually, I must have shifted my arm from convulsions or the muscle rigidity got too much, so I started begging for a nurse. I didn't think the nurse heard me because my voice was pretty weak at this point, but the pain started going up to my fingertips and my shoulder, and the convulsions made it worse, and I started screaming/crying in pain. The EM literally ripped the curtain open and screams in my face in a demonic voice. Shut the heck up! And then the ER got oddly quiet. Granted, it was an ER which was filled with kids and parents. I'm in shock. And do shut up, but I think the rush of shock set off another wave of really bad convulsions. They feel like you're having a seizure, but you're awake and aware of what's happening. And you can't do anything. The nurse finally rips out the IV and the pain is instantly gone. But I had a huge bruise on the inside of my elbow for a couple of days. Seen up here. Sadly enough, the EM was kicked out of the ER for that stunt. Not that the mother doesn't deserve it, but her daughter deserved to have people supporting her. But her daughter was technically 18 and didn't need her there. And as somebody who has psychiatric issues, I do feel kind of bad that her mom was kicked out, seeing that finding her daughter is depressed and suicidal must have been stressful. So people, I've decided to do something new for this series. In this series, I will try to at least for now, if you put it in the comments, I'll do something else. But right now, we'll be doing, for every video, I'll have one medium story and 2 small stories. If you guys want a large story, tell me what you think I should do. Anyway, I can just read this. This title is called Entitled Parents Shame Teen Mom for Giving a Child Up for Adoption. Not my story, but it's from my place of origin, Utah, so I'll share it. A few years ago, an 18-year-old girl gave her baby son up for adoption as her partner died in his sleep, and she couldn't afford to raise her son alone. She made a video that he could watch when he's older. The video was hard to watch. It must have been so hard. It must have been hard for her to make, as she was crying as she talked to him. I felt bad for her too, and as this must have been a very hard decision for her to make. But apparently there are mombies and daddicks who are willing to be a butt to her for it. She called her a quitter, selfish, weak, or saying crap like she shouldn't have had intercourse, blah blah blah, and other kinds of shaming. Some obvious Karens bragged about how they would never give up their kids when they were her age, shoving the "if I can do it, you can" bull crap down her throat. For frick's sake, Karen, not everyone handles every situation the same way. I bet those people also shame single parents who struggle to put food on the table. You can't win with these buttholes who shamed her. Don't have kids. You're selfish. Get an abortion. You're selfish. Put it up for adoption. You're selfish. You actually try to raise it. You're selfish. TLDR. An 18-year-old gives up her son for adoption due to significant other's death, and entitled moos and does shame her. Moral of the story. As long as it's not hurting anyone, don't be a butthole to someone who was in the same situation as you but handled it differently. Well, that's the first small story. That was, wow. God, that I felt like I just read like an entire book or something. I don't know. Something happened in my brain. That was, whatever. I'll see you guys in the next small story. Okay, guys. I'll be ending my video here because I can't find another small story. But be on the lookout for the next video. Right here. This is going to be the next video. EM tries to steal and nearly damages my $850 mineral specimen extra large story. Yep, I'm going to be reading this entire thing. This is probably going to be 2 videos, or at least 1 video, but like a real long video. I might have my dad help me, right, Dad? He might read some parts with me, but that's all for today. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more r/EntitledParents. And here is the next story. Ooh, I'll see you guys in the next video.